Good evening, I'm Dave Karger. Welcome to Turner Classic Movies. We're 11 days into our 31 Days of Oscar Marathon, and this year, our ongoing lineup of Oscar winners and nominees is organized by theme. Today, Oscar goes to The Dogs, and up next, one of the most famous canine stars in Hollywood makes her debut in the 1943 classic Lassie, Come Home. Based on the children's book by Eric Knight, the film tells the story of a loyal bond between a young boy and his dog. It begins in England in the days after World War I, when a poor couple in need of money decides to sell their son's dog to a local duke who can give her a better home. But no matter how many attempts are made to separate the boy and his dog, Lassie always finds a way to return home. The boy is played by Roddy McDowall, who was 14 years old at the time. He had just finished starring alongside another animal, a rebellious horse, in the movie My Friend Flicka. McDowall had also recently starred in the movie that won the Best Picture Oscar for 1941, How Green Was My Valley. His father in that film was played by Donald Crisp, who won an Oscar for his performance, and once again the two actors played father and son in Lassie Come Home. The title character was played by a rough collie named Pal. The movie turned out to be a huge hit for MGM, exceeding everyone's expectations and spawning many sequels, including a radio show and a long-running TV series. It also earned an Oscar nomination for cinematographer Leonard Smith. This was one of 4 nominations in Smith's career, and 3 of them were for his work on memorable movies about children and animals, including an Oscar win for The Yearling from 1946. Hear from director Fred M. Wilcox in 1943, also featuring an 11-year-old newcomer named Elizabeth Taylor. This is Lassie, Come Home. Producer Samuel Marks had trouble finding a young actress to play the small role of the Duke's daughter Priscilla in Lassie Come Home until he remembered a conversation he'd had with an old wartime buddy named Frances Taylor, whose daughter was an aspiring actress. After a brief audition, 11-year-old Elizabeth Taylor got the part. Taylor would get a much bigger break the following year when MGM cast her as the star in another story about the bond between humans and animals, National Velvet, released in 1944. While Lassie Come Home wasn't a star vehicle for Elizabeth Taylor, it was the beginning of a lifelong friendship with Roddy McDowall. The two young actors became close friends on the set of this movie, and they remained close until McDowall's death in 1998. They also worked together on screen again 20 years later in the 1963 epic Cleopatra. Up next, Shirley Booth gives an Oscar-winning performance as a housewife grieving the loss of her dog in a 1952 drama co-starring Burt Lancaster.
Next on TCM, Come Back Little Sheba, then The Awful Truth, and later, Umberto D. The tail is wagging the Oscar tonight.